Going on, it's your boy JD No Chip.
And it's your girl Chelsea.
And it's a no chill session. And we got my boy Haswan in this bad boy, man. A fellow veteran, Marine though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Devil dog. You know what I'm saying?
How long did you do?
4 years active.
4 years active.
Yeah, 4 years.
Wow. Favorite place that you traveled to?
While in service?
While in service.
Yeah. Japan.
One of my faves too.
It has to be.
It's one of my faves. The architecture for me. Why for you?
Everything.
Yeah?
The energy of the place, the culture, the people are so nice.
They are.
Like
Very much.
They nice to black people?
Yes.
Bro,
to black
listen,
people.
They are so nice. Like, you can go to a restaurant, a store. You can talk to somebody who's shoveling shit for his career. While he's shoveling shit, he will not take that out on you. You know how, like, you can go to a McDonald's here
And people
and the girl have a bad day and she don't take it out on you,
True.
right?
But
they're nice. They give you that energy.
I think
It's really dope.
I think that's a mindful thing to even how we think about it. Even the person we interviewed, the older guy named Russell. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Russell.
He stayed positive no matter what. He tried his best. Like even you talking like the mindful thing that you're doing, like how it's like no matter what's going on, if you bring in that negativity, you gotta go. And other than that, but it's kind of like for the most part, we staying positive because it's hard to do.
No, I mean they make it also easy to get around. They make it easy for tourists. They make it easy.
That sounds awesome.
I think it's the effort.
Everything. Yes.
Yeah, if they see you putting forth the effort, because speaking the language, then they'll meet you halfway.
Oh, no, you speak Japanese a little bit?
Hi, choto nihongo.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple things, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Could you see yourself living or moving back there?
I actually planned on doing that when I first got out, and because I was going to partner up with somebody because I was bartending, I was hosting, I was doing so many things
Out there?
Yeah, and actually that's what got me into wanting to act was when I was out there. I didn't do any out there. I did like a hair show, but that is, you know, because I was trying to figure out what's my next move, my transition out of the military, and that's kind of what kind of yeah. But then I ended up saying, I'll go back. But I love it. Man, I was there for like 2.5 years actually.
Okay.
That's a blessing.
It's a year duty station, but they kept extending me because I augmented over to military police and we were undermanned and
Was you happy?
It's the dopest spirit.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like, I want to go home. You was cool.
No. Yeah, no.
Because that's extra pay, too.
Because you have some people who did not even want to leave the base, and I'm like, what is going on?
Are you
so much to
serious?
see.
Yeah. I like the experience.
How you not want to? You only get this a lifetime experience. People wish they can go to another continent, country, let alone down to the beach in LA, because the people that live there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
again, that's mindset though. They don't want to get out of their
city. Some people don't want to get out their city limits, their state, all of that, man. So it's like, you know,
it's a trap mindset.
Man, yeah,
I'm starting to agree with Kanye now. In a minute, boy, I'm about to say Kanye must be right. Everybody must have that slave mentality.
I can with you. Who instilled that mindset in you, or was that something that you gained through your own personal life experience?
It was a mixture of everything. Okay. So, as a kid, I was a sponge. So I was a very eclectic child. I'm the baby of 6.
Oh, big family.
But I have the most unique name. I went on to do, I guess, the most extravagant things out of most people in my family, my entire family that I know of. So it was just one of those things. I don't know. I started working early, so I was always around older people. Okay. And I would just sit and soak up the knowledge that they were supposed to do.
As you're supposed to do. Right there.
And I was also understanding, like, these are people in their 50s, 60s, 40s too, and they didn't know what they wanted to do, all of that stuff. So I just was, okay, well, I know I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be at that age and not know what I want to do in my life. I don't want to, because even growing up all that time, it was always what excites me, what interests me, and I just always follow
Growing up where?
Cleveland, Ohio.
I was going to say, yeah. So the Midwest right there. There we go.
Okay.
So that struggle, I believe that struggle helps you become better. And even watching your people go through certain things, it's like, I don't want this. How you just said it. And that's how I looked at it.
I think it's perception.
Perception? Hey, do me a favor. Scoot the mic in closer.
Yeah, I think it's just perception. Like, how do you view life? How do you see it? You know, like the silver lining guy. I'm always going to look for those gold nuggets. I'm always going to look for the solution. How do I get to this goal?
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn a pebble into a boulder.
I like that one.
I will never turn a pebble into a boulder. What I simply mean by that is people see an obstacle in their way of their goal, and instead of focusing on the goal, keeping the pebble very small, instead they shift their focus to the pebble, and now the pebble becomes this boulder, and now their vision of their goal is very small. Right? So that's kind of just been my life, and how I look at things is, okay, well, this is what I want to do. We are the creators of our own life.
I like it. I see why you're a life coach. I see how you got, because people say that they're a life coach, I feel like, and it's like, are you really qualified? But being able, this analogy you just gave us right now.
Your perception of things is already just like.
How did you get into that?
That's you watching E.T.?
Man, I don't know. I just soak in so much, man. You can learn from everything, bro. Every conversation I ever have, I'm learning. Even if I'm like the one putting in knowledge,
say that one more
I'm
time,
still
brother.
hearing the questions, and I actually grow from even those questions and stuff like that too, man. So I definitely just learn from people.
Yeah. I feel like collectively there's a mindset that says that a person has to be a complete success for you to be able to learn from them. And I don't feel like that's always the case. You can learn what not to do by watching people as well. You don't have to have all the answers.
And that comes with whether you or not you go to a coach or a mentor, or, you know what I'm saying? So all those things play a part, and people think that it's the mentorship that is where the growth comes from or whatever. But no, you can literally learn from the stories that you hear, from the things that you see. I just live in love and just appreciate every single day. I don't know if it's because when I was born, my lungs collapsed before I was born. Wow. And whatever, but I just literally appreciate every single day, every moment, and I don't take it for granted. So whatever life's supposed to come, and even with the COVID stuff, you know, like we all have every day where we assess a risk. We're assessing risk every day. So, you know, what do you want to do with the risk? Like, okay, this is how I feel about it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I have to live. You know,
my guy said we pushing through. We ain't no excuses. Yo, we gonna get it done.
You have to push through. You have to.
That's what I'm talking about.
Allow me to get a little personal.
Come on,
now, you got this awesome mindset, this awesome outtake on life. But we're here in Los Angeles, California.
Yes, we are.
Well, oh yes, you're gonna remove the hat for this one. Let's get real. And we already know you're in the industry. You've had great success with that. You have businesses. How does dating fall in line and different here in Los Angeles than maybe other places, in your perspective?
I want to make sure it gets clear.
Dating is different everywhere you are.
Okay.
So if you hear people in London talking about dating, it's tough for them. But then you have people over here that's like, man, I want to date in London, right? Like you're. What happens is, as people, we get wrapped up into what we're used to, and then we start to think that everything is that way. So a lot of times you have people, that's why they look to move out of the environment, because they need a different environment to have a different experience, right? So life is all experiences and how you're looking at it. So for me, it's about the time commitment and how much work you want to put into dating.
Okay.
Right? So you will have people who are, you know, hot girl summer or this or that, right? So you have people in different points in their life, but I think it's with just living with intention. Okay. Right? Dating with intention. Like, what are you really looking for? And that comes out of it. That's true. Yeah. So for me, I personally treat every woman that I'm with like a queen.
Ooh. Okay.
Right? Better than me already.
Everyone's better than you already, JD. Shut up.
You been saying some foul stuff.
All the time.
Man.
All the time.
But listen, and that's fine, because you have to live in your truth and be authentic, because you go to areas. I wasn't always that well. I pretty much always treat women like queens, just because I was raised by strong women. I was around it. I have that. Not whether or not that played a part. Everything kind of plays a part, right? And I just choose to live in love, because some people can take that the wrong way. Well, you loving me and this and that. Well, why don't you want to be with me or whatever? And it's like, I'm going to give you a lot because I'm trying to see if you are for me.
Right.
Ooh.
You know, so if I hold back, then I feel like, okay, well, I don't really know if this can be something. So I want to give and live, and that goes with guys too. Like I live with my heart, and so I love everybody, dudes alike. I just don't love them the same way because I'm not attracted.
Right.
But just to be clear, but so I respect and just love people, and so when it comes to loving women, it's I want you to be treated like a queen. So if at the end of the day, you know what love feels like.
You take that on. That's an interesting mindset to say that I take.
Yeah. I just everything. That's what I do is to improve and be an impact on people's life in a positive way.
And let me go ahead and reiterate. All right, even though I am an ass,
he can't even get in on that
my God, dope. So let me go ahead and reiterate. So I agree with everything he's saying because any relationship that you have or dating, whatever the case may be, is dating is like low key is like data. You collecting data for what you want in the future. Because even if even with a relationship you with don't work out, you know what now you don't will accept and everything else.
If you never experience, the pain and the agony, how do you know what the love is? How do you know what joy is? How do you know any of that? You need the yin to the yang.
And you gotta find out the hard way. And another thing you said is that you
don't have to, but it helps. Some people need to bump their head. Some people don't.
Yeah. And then the fact that anybody that I've dated in the past and they know it, and whether people want to not.
Let's tune in. Go ahead.
It was something to gain from me, and then if it's the right person who I was talking to, even at that time, even for the season, you can gain something from the opposing person as well. It could be give and take. Now it may not last that long because they meant to be there for a season, long term.
Right.
But again, it's give and take, and again, to even put effort forward, because again, even though I am an ass sometimes, I still put effort forward. But my guy, he definitely a little smoother than me, so he definitely might pay for a dinner before I will.
It's not even about what else. It's not about that.
You know what I'm not giving away free meals.
Let me tell you what you said that was different. And it wasn't even because I think a lot of men say that they treat women like queen, and that can be subjective. Because what your idea of treating a woman like a queen
and spending money and all that,
it's different.
It's the love. It's genuine connection.
Here's what set it apart for me, or what stuck in my mind just then was that he's giving 100% to see. How can you expect a woman to go in? Because that's the woman's nature too. I'm not going to give myself fully unless I know that that's what we're doing. Yeah. And so as a man, for you, and I get it, vulnerability can be very scary. But you have to step out if you want that reward of love.
I think you have to step out if you want your life to be what you envision it to be.
True.
Regardless, whether it's dating, whether it's a career, you have to step out of your comfort zone and do some shit that you might not do.
Ooh.
And it's like, how are you? I don't even know if y'all cussing on here, but anyway, so that's just the thing. You have to live. Stop being so fearful.
It's okay to bump your head. It's okay. It's okay to fall.
Because you have to gain you are in different seasons yourself. We change.
Yeah, we change. We evolve.
We change.
We
always.
We
our body is changing whether or not we want our minds to follow.
Facts.
Right? So are you going to put your best foot forward to give you that opportunity if you say you want that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right? So if I want to date and I want love, how can I expect love if I don't give love?
Okay.
There we go.
All right, that's my guy.
So
right
you
here.
answered the question. Tell me how you got into acting. You mentioned Japan kind of started there, but
oh man. When you get out and transition, it's because the military is very get here at this time, be there. It's very ordered.
Yeah.
And I'm a very creative, eclectic person. I don't need the order because I'm self-disciplined, right? So what you really have to be, especially if you own it and operate in your own businesses, you have to be disciplined because you're putting in. It's a 24/7 thing.
24.
Right. So it's really like, okay, well, what's my next move? What excites me? And growing up, I never did any what do you call them
theater
shows,
the theater plays
at school and all that.
Yeah,
none
plays,
of that. I never talent shows. I never did any of that. But every time I was in the seat, I'd be like, "Oh man, I do that better than that." All that. I always had that feeling.
That's the
but I was really shy. I was shy growing up too, and I'm still shy, right? Like there's shyness in me. But
and then brothers getting on acting in plays back then wasn't necessarily the move.
I never really cared about what was the move or what. I literally been able to follow whatever I wanted to do because singing, but I sang in the choir. I sang in my school choir, like
that's different.
I did calligraphy. Like I worked very early. Like I just did whatever the hell I wanted to do, to be honest, because I found joy in that, and it just stuck with me, I guess. So to get back to your question, after the military, it's funny because I talked myself out of it before ever doing it.
I think we all might.
I think we all go through that.
Which is rare for me because I never talked myself out of anything. If I ever wanted to do it, I put myself forward. That's a big decision, though.
That's a big decision.
All jobs. So for me, it was like, man, and I got out and I was in San Diego, and I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? I want to act, and never doing it. But back then, paparazzi was a thing. You had all this stuff. People kept their private lives. It wasn't like it is now, where everybody's just sharing everything. Yeah. Look at my food. Look at this. Look at that. My toenails broke. Like none of
everything.
So for me, it was like, man, I think I have a talent in it, and I love to. I wanted to help people escape whatever they was going through. I wanted to bring joy around them. So if you're ever in my presence for a long enough time, even for a little bit of time, I want you to be seen. I want you to be heard. I want you to know that you exist around me, and I just want to bring joy to you. So it was, you know what? I wanted to do that for that reason. I didn't want the fame for it. I still don't want the fame for it. But to be able to provide for my family and to just live a life that I wanted to live. So that's really why acting came into play for me, and why I chose it.
Respect. And how did you, as well as acting, how did you get into the vodka business, man? I just got to ask.
Vodka business.
I love my boy. He got his own vodka.
Back on. So it's Cold Blue, and it's French for blue collar.
Okay.
Cold Blue is French for blue collar. So I was not the mastermind behind this particular business. My best friend, Ralph, is. He's my god brother. He's like a brother from another mother. A couple years ago, he wanted to start it, and I've been in the liquor industry for 11 years doing a lot of brand ambassador work and different things like that for other companies, and I've gained a lot of different knowledge. So I just wanted to apply and help him build something that he wanted to do as well. And lo and behold, Cold Blue Vodka. So this is one of the business. Yeah.
That's
so
big.
And I'm the VP of the company and all that stuff too. And we're growing. We're launching now. New York, California, Florida.
Where can you buy Cold Blue?
And New Jersey. You can buy it online from our website,
okay.
coldbluevodka.com.
Cold Blue Vodka.
And then you can find it in Total Wines in Florida as well. So
and why should I choose Cold Blue Vodka over
anything else?
Yeah.
So it's a premium vodka first and foremost. It's 8 times distilled, made of American sourced corn, and it's black owned. So it's a small
all right.
business.
Listen, that last one was enough for me.
Yeah,
black
it's not Ciroc. It's not any of those other businesses. We own it outright.
Okay.
And been putting in the work, and it's coming to fruition.
That's dope.
It's the smoothest vodka you can have on the rocks.
And you didn't bring us a sample today.
So if I start back drinking, I need.
I'll drink yours, Jackie. Don't worry, I'll drink yours.
I have a sample in the car, so I have a bottle in the car. So yeah, asking you shall receive.
Amen. I love it.
So asking you shall receive. While I'm on that, asking you shall receive. You have to ask things of yourself as well before you can receive them.
So you giving us the vodka and these jewels.
I mean, that's
what got me into the coaching. I think you asked that question. Yeah. So I was doing consulting work for small businesses and stuff like that. So, but I was always helping them in their personal lives. And then, I don't know, like I pride myself in being wise and learning from other people's mistakes, not just bumping my head. So I don't know, just a plethora of knowledge. I like being well-rounded. And
especially now.
Yeah, and I'm always trying to help people find solutions. So it just matched my life. Tony Robbins is a big influence, and it was like, I always felt like he was the older white version of me.
Okay.
Because I resonated with him. I resonated with a lot of people who wrote self-help books. I was like, damn, I'm not an alien, because at a young age my mind was thinking in that way.
Right.
And I got into those books because they resonated with me. Like some of them taught me things, and then some of them was just, it brought what was already inside of me kind of out.
The best thing about you, brother, is that which kind of like what you said earlier, is like you don't even need no set schedule. You can make your own schedule.
Yeah, you can make your own.
Yeah, you don't need no syllabus. It's like
but you do have to get into your schedule though.
But you making it, you building it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a system around you in order to I gotta follow this. You
but
make
that's
your
where the
own
discipline
stuff
comes into play.
You make your own
You have
discipline.
to be able to do that, because some people fail because they're like, oh yeah, I just get to do whatever.
No, but that's why your business is gonna boom.
Yeah.
That's why it's gonna be at the top of the top, because
Yeah.
you
So I'm
so
not waking up at 5 in the morning or nothing like that, but I wake up at 7. You know what I'm saying?
He said, I don't do 3 a.m. or nothing, but I still
go to bed at 2 a.m. whatever. I get a lot of stuff done at nights a lot. So yeah, man, that's just what it is. It's just
now
living.
You're a well-rounded guy. You've got these businesses. You're in the entertainment industry. You've given us jewels and nuggets here today. But those, when you come up against a pebble, or just something that's hard for you in your life, who do you go to? And if you don't go to someone in particular, how do you deal with that? With this kind of mindset?
Yeah, so I don't go to anyone particularly. My mom has also been a major rock for me.
Okay.
Now, mind you, my mom doesn't do any of the stuff I do. She's had some of that in her previous years where, growing up, she used to sing and do a lot of different stuff. But she just understands, and she is my strength. Mm-hmm. A lot of how I am is how she is. So she takes on things and let it go and give it to God, and don't like to complain. We don't throw pity parties, poor little old me, no plum disease. So, we just, okay, I know I have the power. Everything lies within me, and that's what I teach. That's how I coach is you have the answers in you. I'm just your guiding light. I'm your beacon. I'm going to help pull that out of you to help you realize how much strength you have. Right? So it's more so sometimes you just need a deaf ear. Sometimes you just need to vent. Sometimes you have to get it out verbally and then hear yourself speaking. So you like, oh shit. And it brought it to my attention. So
that's right.
I live inward out, right? So you have to tap into yourself first. You have to know yourself more than anyone else. No doctor is going to know you better than you. No, your parents are not going to know you better than you. It's up to you to know yourself and then go out and seek what you need. So living on purpose.
Okay.
So that's kind of is that, and then I have certain friends and things like that. They just I share what I might be going through or whatever. Like I don't think I know everything because I don't want to be right. My knowledge is for the truth. Like I don't try to win and try to know. Oh no, I'm right, you're wrong. No, I just want the truth. So if I'm wrong and you're right, explain it to me. So you can educate me, and then now I have it.
We undervalue the value of being understood.
It's really, it's
that's
like,
what we really do.
Because a lot of times the miscommunication can just be solved with just a conversation.
Yeah,
just,
but ego
plays a big role.
That's where our society is. I feel
ego.
like it's ego.
Okay.
On social media, it's ego. It's look what I have, look what I'm doing.
Ego.
But we're not posting our daily bills. Like I hate when people see, even on social media, if they went to your page and you're happy and you're this and you're that, it's like, it doesn't mean my life is perfect.
No.
It doesn't mean I have all the answers.
But you are perfect.
No.
You're perfect.
Perfect in the sense of this is how God created me,
Exactly.
and I love me,
Exactly.
and that's great.
And that's the biggest part.
Just that
Loving
simple part.
and understanding, because it's like you're perfect, and yes, you can add to you.
Yes.
But you're never gonna have your ducks in a row. You're never gonna be that perfect. Perfect is subjective.
True.
There is no perfect.
Success.
Like there is no right or wrong for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's what value are you placing on it, on your life, on all of that. So live and love, be authentic, and just love and appreciate you for where you are and where you're trying to go. Because I'm not complete. I'm not who I'm supposed to be. I'm growing into myself. And I'm
We're all growing into that.
We all are growing into ourselves. Yeah. So just be kind to yourself. Watch what you're telling yourself and just live, man.
That's I love
journey.
it.
All right, we're about to close out. One more thing before you go, my brother. What is one thing that you would tell your younger self or you would tell the youth? And then we'll be up out of this bad boy.
Man, if it's one thing I would tell myself, man, I don't know what I would tell myself, but I know what I would tell the youth, because I truly do allow myself to live free. And I'm able to acknowledge. So what I would tell the youth is acknowledge and appreciate where you are live with intentions and strategize to get what you want. Do not compare yourself to other people's highlights, which is what social media is. They're highlights. People are showing you what they want you to see. And there's many sides to not only you, but there's many sides to every individual who's living. And it's okay where you are. You can get out of it if you're in a bad situation. It's not that bad. Stop watching so much news. Tap into it just to see what's happening, but don't soak it in. So acknowledge where you are and then get over it. Don't dwell in it. That's what I would tell you.
Yeah, that's my
man.
guy, Swan, this bad boy. Man.
I love it,
MidWest on, man. We're gonna put his social media down below, man. We out of this bad boy. I got
something. We should clap and take an offering at the end.
That was good. It was absolute blessing. I enjoy y'all energy. I would love to be back. And share
we was gonna be back.
And yeah. So this was definitely fun. I appreciate everything that y'all doing and allow me to give some words out to your audience.
One.
Hey, what's going on? This is Swan Harris, and this has been a No Chill session.